Hi. So it's me, and I'm here to talk about my experience using Intrepid Travel to go to Thailand. Firstly, I want to say that Thailand was an amazing country. Everyone there was so nice to me. I'm very mindful of the socioeconomic statuses and things that are happening in Thailand, so I'm very mindful of that. I've seen people say like it's a very cheap vacation, and I will say I only brought $500 with me for spending money, and that covered, you know, extra stuff like massages and like tip too. Like I made sure to tip everyone that I was receiving services from or helping me, and it covered everything quite well, and I still had some extra things, still extra money left. So I'm mindful of saying it's a cheap vacation because I'm also aware of what's happening in their economy and their society, so just be mindful of that if you go. It is considered a cheaper vacation, but recognize where that can come from, and I was very mindful of that when I was there. So loved Thailand, would definitely go back in a heartbeat. Going on to the tour itself with Intrepid Travel, my tour guide was amazing, Lalada, and I got along super well. If you're in Thailand, she makes cinnamon rolls and baked goods, so I'm gonna link her line in the caption. And that was really, the tour itself was set up so well. It was really fun. There was a couple moments on the Intrepid Travel trip that I wanted more time at places, but that was really the only feedback I have on the trip itself. But I want to get into what it was like traveling with my travel group. It was really tough. This is my first time being a solo traveler in going through a travel company. I've usually just planned it myself. It was really tough because the attitudes were not very grateful, not very gracious, and there was a lot of just not kind. It was not a kind air. It was like going on a trip with people who made fun of your school lunches. If you brought like ethnic food to school, it was like going on a trip with those people, but like it was just them the whole time. They were tired of Thai food after 2 days. They didn't like the accommodations and on these luxury hotels. I will also say though that everyone there was white. I was the only person of color outside of course, my tour guide. But it was just, I haven't spent my time around people like that privileged in a very long time, or ever really for that long period of time. I didn't know this was a luxury travel trip, so I was like pleasantly surprised. I was like, whoa, everything is amazing. I'm used to like not having all this stuff, but it was really hard, I think, for myself to be on a trip with people who disrespected the culture, disrespected the people, didn't want to involve themselves with any part of getting to know Thailand, and that was really hard. I think that was the hugest drawback for my trip. And if you're going to book through Intrepid, be mindful, like, oh, is this luxury? And of course, accessibility reasons, that's important to be mindful of when picking. It had some like harder walking stuff, but I could have been on a different or even more intense physically trip. That's not the same for everyone, but yeah, it was really tough. I felt like I was being placed in like a certain role during this trip, and I just wouldn't recommend, if you're not used to a luxury lifestyle, which I am not, I wouldn't do a luxury tour with people you don't know. It was just, gosh, some of them were bitches. I'm not gonna lie, some of them were flat out bitches, and it made me so angry. It ruined my time, and I was on the trip, and there was one other solo traveler, and we both were just like kikiing, and we're like, yeah, these people fucking suck. They really suck. Like, so everyone came in like a couple, or there was a mother-daughter on the trip, and we all came from, a couple of them from Australia, there's 4 of us from United States, and a couple from New Zealand, and then the mother-daughter from Canada, and it was just, oh my god, I could complain all day about it. Truly, it was just so bad. So I would never do a luxury travel trip with Intrepid again. But the trip itself was good, and Lalada, our host, was amazing. So I don't know. Maybe you all have different thoughts. You all, as if I have many people following me. But it was just crazy. I don't know. So that's my thoughts. I mean, there's so many separate moments where I was just like, God, please help me. But overall, I had a great trip. Except I can't be traveling with white people who do not want to experience culture. It's crazy. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in on this. Peace and love out there. Thank you all. Love you.